my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to do clean string crossing. So for example, if you play on a G string and then on an E string, how do you do that without hitting the strings in between, without it sounding like this? The trick is to stop, to slowly move your arm down, and then to play the E string. This is how we practice. So let's try this. Open G string, now stop and try to slowly, really slowly and consciously move your arm down, and try not to make any noise, try not to, yeah? It means that your arm is only going down. Yeah, so you don't move it horizontally, you only move it vertically. So try to do that. Of course, you'll hear some noise, but not too much. So practice this as often as you can and do the same thing from the E string. Now stop and move your arm up. This is all about smooth movement of your arm. We only have smooth movements when we play the violin, so we never jump, we never do something suddenly. Okay, so everything is really smooth. Even if you move your arm really fast, it's still a flowing movement, if that makes any sense. Yeah, so just be like water, right? Remember to be like water and keep trying this. Another thing you could try is play the G string, take your bow off, and then play the E string. Also practice that, okay? Additionally. But also keep the bow on the strings, go down, and then play the E string. At some point, when you start feeling comfortable doing this in a slow tempo, you can start speeding up, which means you play the G string and you go a bit faster. Yeah? So before we did 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and this is how slow you should practice. And then when we speed up, we go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so on. And then you can do it faster. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and, okay? And now let's try to do it really fast. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can still hear something, but not much. At some point, you'll be able to play. Yeah, so you'll minimize your noise in between and then try to do it as clean as possible. Yeah, at some point you can also try jumping without jumping, which means you take your bow off the string. Yeah, for example, if you play so if you would leave your bow on a string, it wouldn't be as easy as if you take it off the string. So if you play, it's kind of, you can't be sure that you don't hit the other strings. But practice it a lot. You have to find something that's really, really hard and practice it so much that you start finding it easy. And that's the secret to success. You know, they interviewed thousands of successful musicians and ask them, what's your secret? Well, perhaps not thousands, because there are not that many. But ask them, what's your secret? How did you become so famous and so good? I mean, famous is not important, but so good at what you're doing. And all of them, without any exceptions, they said, we always practice the things that we find hardest to do first. You know, so focus on the hardest part first and do it really well. Yeah, it's basically like brushing your hair. Focus on where you can't get through, brush that part, and then everything else becomes easy. Keep practicing the hard one. Leave the bow on the strings. Yeah, so leave it there. And then start lifting up your arm a bit. And then you could practice like this. So it's all about being consistent, like with everything else. Do this every day. Or leave your bow on a string. Then stop, and only when you arrived the E string you play. Then stop, and only when you arrived the G string you play. This will help you to also calculate and make the right movement, you know, so that you don't stop too soon, then you go down. Never start playing before you arrived on the chosen string. So if your destination is E string, don't play until you reached it, okay? That's the secret. Some students start playing before they reached it, and that's what you hear, right? So, don't play, arrived, play. Don't play, arrived, play. And so on. So it's really simple, and then you can also start practicing with lifting up your bow. But that's step number 2, it makes it easier. So we want the hard one first, okay? We want to focus on the hard one first, and then move to the easy one. It might not seem too easy for you if your bow hold is not perfect yet. So make sure to work on your bow hold. Check out my other videos where I talk about the posture. Posture is highly important. Make sure your thumb is curved. Make sure all of your fingers are curved on your bow. All the fingers are curved, and here your thumb is straight. So make sure to practice like this on a daily basis. I'll put the link for the sheet music in the description box below. If you're looking for violin books for beginners, My Colorful Violin Part 1 and Part 2 was originally written for children, but now adults start practicing, especially with Part 2, where we start using the fingers of the left hand. In the first part, we focus on playing on open strings. That's how important it is to focus on your right arm, because when you got the basics straight, everything else gets much easier. My other book, Vibrant Strings, was originally written for adult violin beginners, but now I started using it for my young students and they love it. In that book, you will learn everything from the very beginning, the basics, and more than 300 songs and exercises for beginners. So if you're totally new to violin and you want to learn everything from the very beginning, then Vibrant Strings is definitely for you. I also have 2 totally new books, Master the Violin and Christmas Carols, where you can learn new songs with the simple system of the color-coded strings, where we have a different color for each string. So if you want to learn loads of new songs and really well-known songs and fun to play, then definitely order my books, Christmas Carols and Master the Violin, right away. The link for the books will be as usual in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching and practicing with me. I hope this video helped you. Let me know in the comment section down below how else I can help you, what other challenges are you going through, so that we can solve them together. Remember to also give me a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss any of the upcoming videos, and I'll see you again soon.